Hello guys, welcome back to Whale Bimbo. Today we have a brand new video, and I'm sorry we haven't uploaded for a while. I've been really busy with some college stuff. But I'm sure as you guys have read from the title of this video today is going to be about our opinions on Battlefield 1, since we just got it and we got the 3-day early pass. So far, Battlefield 1 has given me a great experience. I don't really have much complaints for the game. I mean, I do have a few, concerns for other players, but I'll get into that later. When I first got the game on a Tuesday night at 11 p.m. when it first came out, I pretty much played the campaign straight through. I don't have much complaints for it. It was pretty good. The stories that was brilliant. I don't know how else they could have done it any better. The only thing I would change about the campaign was there's way too many stealth parts of the mission. There wasn't that many combat parts. I found myself way too frequently sneaking around behind enemy lines when I would much prefer trench warfare, straight up warfare, like blowing people up and stuff. But I mean, you can't always get what you ask for. I mean, it is storyline, it is pretty cool the way they did it. I also wish that there was more of a sniping level, because there is one level when you play as the tank story. You have to go steal some engine parts from a town, and you find a sniper on top of a windmill tower, and you can snipe them. But it's really not a good idea because they all come and start shooting at you. So it's really not a good idea, and I wish there was an actual sniping level or storyline to play, because I think that'd be really fun. I also hope that they end up adding more stories, because there was only 5 stories, and it was only about 3 to 4 hours of game time. But I do not have complaints for the actual stories themselves, so other than that, campaign is rock solid. Now to get into the multiplayer experience. I'm going to start off with the negatives and then end up with the positives, because there are far more positives than there are negatives, obviously.
We have taken objective butter.
This complaint, the first one to me, is more of a pet peeve, but it's still a complaint that I have to the game. It's nothing the game is wrong for. It's nothing the developers did. It's the players that are playing in the game. When you're playing as a medic, you can obviously revive somebody with a syringe. But when somebody dies, they have the chance to skip the revive animation and go right to the redeploy screen and wait like 10 seconds, or they can lay there for 10 seconds, or as long as you can lay there as long as you want. I think there's like a minute timer, I think, but you can lay there for around a minute and wait to be revived, or you can just skip it and go to the redeploy screen. It makes sense if you've been laying there for a long time to then skip it, or like if there's on the bottom left-hand screen there's no medics by you. But if there's a medic by you and you're not going to change a class or your gun, do not skip it. Let them revive you, get the points, get back into the fight faster. To me it's annoying, and I think players need to learn to be more patient and be more aware of the medics around them when they die. I'm sorry if that felt like a rant, but to me, I needed to get it off my chest because that happened so many times when I went to go to revive somebody and they just skipped it. Anyway, moving on to the next complaint. My last complaint for this game is the medic class guns don't have enough bullets per mag. Some of them, actually most of them, only take 3 to 4 bullets to kill one person, which is pretty solid. But when you only have 5 bullets per magazine, it's kind of annoying because you can only take out 1 person per mag, and it pretty much eliminates your option to take out groups of people. Unless you have a partner or a group of people yourself, it's pretty hard to take on more than 1 person at the same time. It's also stupid. It's kind of a stupid game concept because it pretty much eliminates the gun variants for the guns that only have 5 bullets, except for the extended versions, because if you only have 5 bullets per mag, what's the point of having a marksman scope or an optic? So I think they should definitely fix this problem. I don't know if the guns really do have 5 bullets in real life, but if they do, I think they should stretch the truth to give them like 6 or 7, or probably 8 or 9 bullets instead. So it makes the optical and the marksman scopes more viable of an option. The first praise I have for this game is very obvious, and I think everybody kind of expected this one to be on a list. If you didn't, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But the game itself is it just feels so great to play and so realistic, and like everything about it, like taking down like behemoths for an example, or planes with these like anti-air guns, and just like the guns themselves, they just flow with the game so perfectly. And even though there's not very many automatic options for some of the classes, it just still feels good to play, and I just don't have any complaints for the realism or the way it feels to play the game. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying every single building and every single gun is exactly like it is in real life. I'm not saying like everything is perfect. It's not like completely realistic. But I'm basically saying, to me, it feels like a World War I shooter. It delivers on its promise, and that's all I gotta say. I know I already talked about the campaign, but I have to put it under the praise column because it was such a good campaign in my opinion. I don't know if everyone else thought it was a good campaign, but it just felt really cool how they did the stories and how it felt like you were actually that person. And like, I don't know if those stories are real or not, because if so, that'd be pretty crazy because they're pretty crazy stories. But I just loved the campaign. I loved how they did it, and yeah, that's all I have to say for the campaign. The third thing I love about this game, again, these are pretty much my opinions and my observations, but the maps are just so well laid out. Like, there's not too many sniping spots, but there are enough for snipers to be happy, and there's plenty of flanking routes, and the points are pretty well spread out. There's not many points that are unimportant. Like, I remember in Battlefield 4, there were a few maps where some of the points like were never ever changed. Like A or or whatever the last one for our team would just never change practically because they were just so irrelevant to the actual game. But it seems like in this game, most of the maps have really good flag placements. So I mean I mainly play Conquest, so I don't know how Rush is on the maps, but Conquest so far the maps fit pretty nice. I know I already said that I kind of complained about the weapon variety in the medic class, but pretty much every other class has really good weapon variety. And even in the medic class, the guns that don't have only 5 bullets have quite a few array of options. Like, you can choose from sniping variants to optic variants to trench variants, so pretty much suit whatever kind of style you're playing. So there's not very many gun choices, but there's a lot of gun variants, kind of like how Advanced Warfare was if you played Advanced Warfare. I don't know if any of you guys played that abomination of a Call of Duty, but that is pretty much the best way to describe how the guns in this game work. My final praise is graphics. I know these praises seem kind of minute and kind of childish, but they really are just that good. The graphics are so nice, the maps are perfect, the weapon variety is pretty solid. Nothing about this game, besides the few things I stated, really has anything wrong with it. To be honest, I would almost go as far as saying this is the best Battlefield ever.
Shut the fuck up! You have no idea what you're talking about!
Well, on that note, my roommate yelling at me because apparently I have no idea what I'm talking about, we'll just end the video right there. See you next time on Whale Bimbo.
That's your boy.
Oh, nice
I just
one.
watched that happen.
Yeah, I'm really into Tachanka.
Oh yeah. Tachanka. Oh yeah.
Tachanka's my bae.
He's so big. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Isaac. Yeah, Isaac, yes!
Ooh. This is the Valkyrie.
Guys, it's the Valkyrie, I think.
The hallway. Nice one.